finally made it to max level in Throne and Liberty, and boy, I wish that I could recommend this to everyone. But sadly, I can't find it in myself to do that, at least not in its current state. It's not a bad game. I had planned to do at least one video with beginner tips, but the charm I felt at the start evaporated so quickly that I don't feel any desire to do so anymore. I absolutely got my money's worth for the low price of $0, so I can't really complain there. But it doesn't make the game better just because it was free. Discussing its issues will hopefully lead to greater change down the line, like, is the game pay to win? Objectively, yes, but will no-lifers be at a serious disadvantage? No, I don't think so. There's plenty of ways to farm drops and turn those around to sell for premium currency on the in-game auction house. It's more pay to win than, say, Guild Wars 2, but it's not going to make bad players instantly good. Speaking of Guild Wars 2, man, this game made me miss those mounts. I was compelled to reinstall Guild Wars 2 last night just to remember how well the mounts were executed. In theory, the morph system in Throne and Liberty is really cool, but holy crap did it fall flat. Especially the glide morphs. The idea of being able to turn into a bird is awesome, but it is so janky and limiting as it's currently implemented that it made me despise gliding sometimes. It's very strict in its movements, the stamina bar is short, and the server desync causes you to miss more landings than you would think. I thought at the beginning that the morphs would evolve to have more abilities or upgrades, but the only upgrades you can grind for are a few 10% increased speed or acceleration upgrades, which are hardly gameplay defining. Add on top the sometimes frustrating grapple mechanic, and you have a pretty unsatisfying traversal system. From a PvE player's perspective, there's actually plenty of content here to enjoy. 8 co-op dungeons, open world events, and guild raids. Sadly, at 50, I lost a lot of motivation to do those things. They become a means to an end, but what is that end you're working towards? Well, to me, it seems like it's supposed to be PvP, and that's okay, I just don't have a lot of interest in PvP in general, especially MMO PvP. I think I would be okay if the PvE endgame boiled down to cosmetics, but unfortunately the cosmetics system is trash. First off, there's no transmog system to take the looks of items you want, unless you want to buy a full outfit from the real money store. There is a dye system that also costs premium currency, but the cherry on top is that you can only dye these premium outfits. Some of the outfits have different variants, which lets you customize them a little bit more. Pretty cool, until you learn that buying this $15 outfit does not give you all of the variants, just the ones that you chose when purchasing. I swear they did everything they could to try and nickel and dime people for cosmetics, but there's not even that many to choose from currently. The combat is one of the saving graces for me. It's a hybrid tab targeting system that feels like a refreshing take on a classic system. It can be fast, flashy, and the actions per minute can be high, which keeps it engaging. In the end, I settled on a staff bow build that I really liked. I think a lot of the jankiness people experience is in melee combat from the terrible default settings that should be changed, like auto target nearest enemy, auto move to nearest target, and skill queuing. The skill specializations allow for a decent amount of depth in customization, but the game discourages experimenting by making it tedious to level up additional weapons and skills. I wish this system was a little bit more forgiving to allow you to find a build you really like. I didn't want to make this video to trash the game. I hate using my voice to put down someone else's work. I love video games and I always look for the good before looking for the bad, and that's what I tried to do here. But it doesn't help the game to ignore its flaws. I think this game could become something awesome in time, and I plan to revisit it. But there's so much here that could be implemented better that it's tough to say if it will ever reach the potential I have for it in my head. Until then, I'm off to search for another adventure to sink my time into.